note the absence of Mr. Pagliano. Let me address that. Let the record reflect that Mr. Pagliano is not present at the witness table. The committee invited Mr. Pagliano to testify at the hearing in a letter dated September 7, 2016. Mr. Pagliano informed the committee through his attorneys that he might assert his Fifth Amendment privilege, and I authorized a subpoena for Mr. Pagliano's testimony. On September 8, 2016, the committee transmitted a subpoena to Mr. Pagliano's attorney, and the subpoena required his presence here today. Mr. Pagliano is uniquely qualified to provide testimony that will help the committee better understand Secretary Clinton's use of a private email server during her tenure as Secretary at the State Department, among other things. The committee invited him to appear with the expectation that his testimony will advance the committee's investigation, which seeks further information about the setup and management of Secretary Clinton's account and other technical aspects of the account. I take my responsibility as the committee chairman seriously, especially the decision to issue a subpoena. It's a serious matter, and Mr. Pagliano has chosen to evade a subpoena duly issued by the committee of the United States House of Representatives. I will consult with counsel and my colleagues on the committee to consider a full range of options available to address Mr. Pagliano's failure to appear. He is vital to hear from us because it's our understanding that while Mr. Pagliano worked in the IT department at the State Department for nearly 4 years, virtually every single email that Mr. Pagliano had has suddenly disappeared. There's something like less than 20 emails. This is a guy who worked in the IT department at the State Department. Hashtag things that make you go, Really? All of his emails have suddenly disappeared. Mr. Pagliano is also important because he was receiving a paycheck from the Clintons but failed to disclose that on his financial forms. We'd like to give him an opportunity to answer that question. We also believe that he entered into an immunity agreement. You'd think somebody would sing like a songbird if you got immunity from the FBI. What are you afraid of? We wanted to hear from him. That's why we issued a subpoena. There are a number of things that we'd like to ask him, and he should be here. When you are served a subpoena from the United States Congress, it is not optional. That is not an optional activity, and he's not here today.